Adesima my mama nyina ajo kase boy ensa kana nwumre ne de brabo ye de fi shepa Beka junction Accra ye de bro baby a wo hwe yen efri bia enwumre kase boy de edi mu akotene bi ne se mampanyi John Dramani Mahama e de ye atemuafo a nanka wonum ewo baby a wo mu edi wasem no wapagya wo mu e de wo mu ekọ appeals court a enei wo mu esai e de akire oman no
Osofo a wɔhwɛ apɔmuden ensɛm so de atodwa sɛ nukure nie sɛ de anesefo ni bi ɛyɛ ɔyɛ kyerɛ sɛ yɛntu ɔmo ka no ɛyɛ nukure trodo no ɔmo baayɛ no ɔmo hu sɛ aban dada no ɛfa anesefo bibrabra wan pesika bi anto hɔnom sɛ yɛde betu ɔmo ka
Edom kuma no kyerɛ sɛ onimonyamfo Sam George ɔmfa na adwuma nto a na yɛnyina di esan ensɛm a akɔso ɛwɔ DSTV ɛne wɔ mo entem
European Union anemusini ewo oman Ghana mu edi atodwa se ensuomunam ehu dwumadi ahodo ayeye no si enim ne yeye ne kotikwan so a oman Ghana ye bebo kapa a wanhwa yentimi enya ehu bio
ene gisemu ababeto koko akuafo enim ene se ne koko ye ka ton no a ya pagam akwa kodru 58,000 Ghana cedis ama eno enigye aba
na Japan International Cooperation Agency oma aye oman Ghana moa amasamra ye kasei omo ba beboa ye na okopie mu wokumase a akwan ahodo wo mpotempotem no ye de ba be ye ho siesie nyina
ensempi ka ho ne ye de bremo enwumre kase boyi emu enwumako ya daroma
ye de aseda ekwama this way chocolate drink yes de wuhia ne ensohye ye wo special ice ne mineral water ne drinks assault no best point savings and loans best assurance ye wo yutu nchene nitfufu nita benko munyina ene ebo ye chidom ni numeko nkaye bi ama ye de kasebo yi abesomo akenkanfo anwumre ye me abena ba yi nyano mene
akosi asapon afi yera ensem ni mu a Ghana ban ede ebo ababetu dwa nti ye beka se koku akuafo wo mo ate ede ene na ene ya ye kasei se wo hwe 2025 and 2026 season no a Koko buo no na omanfo kyerɛ 64 kilograms no bag no esese yetumi epagya ema no ekɔ nanim ema koko akuafo ye kasa ye yi wo mo kyerɛ sɛ ton no sese wo mo apagya akɔ akɔgyina 58,000 eno ye ton ba ko bi eno ye Ghana cedis de no no se ye de kɔ dollar ni mu a 3,228.75 US dollars sana na etiesese no wo de kɔ 3,625 dollars eno no 64 kilograms bag no sa ena sabre wo mode ayem na eno na mpanimfo si nkonwa to nsafre sentrofo a we producer price review committee no wo mo ne sentrofo kasa ye wo sofo a ono hwesi kasam so Dr. Kesela to Forsen wo no ena wotene mu ne sentrofo kasa chechire mu kire de enti a apagya akwakoduru a wo kire se so ukwa adwaman so a ni nyina no akansie na omusi competition wom ni nyina ejina wukoko no se de esi etie na wakyerɛkyerɛ mu se efiri enene na nsen ebeye yi na mpanifo ayesa ebo no de ato a nyame ya adom a ɔkyena efiti ase aye adwuma.
You recall that on the 4th of August 2025 government announced a producer price of cocoa for 2025-2026 cocoa season as 3,228.75 Ghana cedis per bag and 51,660 Ghana cedis per ton. This at the time translates to approximately 5,040 US dollars per ton, representing 70% of the gross FOB price. This announcement, as we informed you, was based on a forecast of world market price and a forecast of a certain exchange rate. Subsequently, we have seen some changes, and it's important for us to meet again to review the producer price. We have subsequently conveyed that meeting, and we are pleased to announce a new producer price to take effect from tomorrow, Friday, the 3rd October 2025. It is my singular honor to announce that on the basis of the changes that we have affected to the forecast, the government has taken a decision to increase the producer price of cocoa to 3,625 Ghana cedis per bag, or 58,000 Ghana cedis per ton. This simply means that per every bag purchase, the cocoa farmer is getting 400 Ghana cedis additional. Simply put, to the ordinary cocoa farmer, since my last engagement on the 4th of August to today, every bag you will purchase, you will sell to Cocoa Board, you will be getting another 400 Ghana cedis, or 4 million Ghana cedis, old Ghana cedis. 4 million old Ghana cedis. We also want to bring to your knowledge that Ghana Cocoa Board will continue to implement all the interventions to support the cocoa production and the welfare of the cocoa farmer. In particular, Cocoa Board will intensify the supply of free cocoa fertilizers, both liquid and granular, free insecticides, free spraying machines, and free fungicides, and free flower inducers to the cocoa farmer. In addition, Cocoa Board is on track to implement the new tertiary education scholarship scheme for children of cocoa farmers in the 2026-2027 academic year. For emphasis, Government of Ghana, working with the members and the stakeholders of the Producer Price Review Committee, have decided to increase the cocoa price by 400 Ghana cedis per bag.
Kwantrefo Penny Emma Youth Employment Agency Malik Basintali na Samra Yekasi Mebuno Mo Enkrimantim Hanum Sino Omododo be ahenu wawo makwenya omo eba be momo entity ma paweno ehye Ga Youth Forum no ase eba be bo mo sede be ya eniema bia ye feel say ye nyusu biem ase aye bola no ana nwura no ombetimi adane daniani ediaye eniema foforo.
We have launched a program that seeks to transform waste to wealth, and the first version of it has been launched in the Greater Accra region. We seek to use the husk of coconut to transform it into charcoal, and we seek to pilot it in the Greater Accra region. What it means is that we need as many as possible of young Ga people to learn the skill of transforming coconut husk into charcoal. We'll train you, we'll set you up, and we'll help you export it to other countries. And so, the Ga Youth Forum, this is the first of its kind, and we are starting with 2,000 trainees. We will give the Ga Youth Forum alone 200 slots to bring young people for us to train them.
The fire, and the middle youth I can have youth this time. Or we fire, we talk in time after in create which you are 1,000.
He would like you to know that he and his council of elders fully support your mission and this journey you are embarking on. Because indeed, the Ga youth are the future of a united Ga state. If Ga will be great, then you and I, and indeed every Ghanaian, must be asking not only what Ga can do for us, but what we can do for Ga. Because if Ga is great again, she is great for us. And if Ga falls, she falls on us. We must not let the latter be the case. Nika has asked that I remind you all to be decorous in your utterances both on and offline. We have observed with worry the growing trend of the trending insults and untoward behaviors in recent times, And he would like for us to keep in mind that such behavior is not done.
We are looking at reaching out to every young person within that space, those who are not of even done, who are not of even so they feel like they want to be a part of it. We are welcoming the potential everybody, so they should want to also use as a vehicle for development within our space. And so this is what we stand for.
Yeah, to also na ye call Emrashe Bidwafo enchen. Na Emrashe Bidwafo edom kumano ene nsentwerefo edi nkomo. Wo ma semo mo de to nsentwerefo ni se wo mo ehwe se nkebe ya mampanyi John Dramani Mahama onyi eye onumunyamfo Samuel na Te George anase Sam George onyi no emfiri wo. Esan se nkita hudie asoye a esesenka oye obi o experience kama se nkita hudie ene oman no ene adwumakuo bi ntem wo man mu a ewo senka oye obi a obeye tactical nanka wahwe edi hu dwuma kama obehye Ghana for bo se multi choice ana DSTV obehye amomate so ha mu chichemu aduasa wantumi anye afa kra no obeka asem obeka no na multi choice for so aba no ma be counter nti e kame se asem bi obeka bia no wo mo mfa wo mo san abisa se wo mra no bebu nkonta se ekoba se multi choice for no ye twen wo maso okwan bi so a eno so omra so wantimi so a omepe Ghana for achew se nya sa de a adwuma na wo ye no won fanto ana se mampanyi wo nyinadi
30% for the one boss is a 30% ne de we yefi ne nkomum afi o se o wo padia na utua ti o wo padi na ukutua ebe peja akọ access wo access na odeka na utua ebe peja akọ family wo ho na utua odeka na utua ebe peja akọ compact plus wo ho na utua ebe peja akọ premium na premium for de omo nkan ye se ebe lotto wa utiye no na wakọ abocha akọ hebo na ball yin so no se utinye ana se team kwapo hebo no support ya na se akọ ye kehunu na minister Bekasa na minister se yembo nti Ghana for sorry na yembo nsema no na wa ya de papa wa boy ye eno na ye kase Debbie minister we de wonye hwiyo na ente ye kase wonye hwi ne se ukọ Malawi ukọ Kenya ukọ Namibia ukọ Botswana ukọ sa countries nyina sa promotion ya DSTV rani ono ebi no mo rani wo ho ono ebi no mo ye wo ho ntanya de fufuro bia e ya de o ma gender dada say from 1st October omo de ba na even this year kra mo subscribe no omo the promotions be aba so ebia o ye new customer na obi apeso beto code decode ebia beto a ye de nyama bebre beka ho ama o ana se wutua ebia o ye access ni na apeso move ko family and the be omo the promotions bebre aba it is on tesa on yehwe mayen it is adede mepam a mo no mo ye adwuma koma etu ene ade nya tese eye waste your time keke she nyama ekoso wo ministry ni ho na we devote ama DSTV anche na DSTV ankasa issue statement omo first statement say nipa de o first statement na ye de kasem because no na matena se adwen ho ye no the first statement say na minister ne kan de bosremka minister no anadwen no de kan because ye de yempre say sa ne ye de ne kan say we promotion na share from 1st October up to December me wa minister so begina ha ka chen say up to da ye bewu ebiom minister no o ka chen say since oma DSTV that ultimatum no every day bia no or charge almost 10,000 Ghana cedis inti yen insema ye bisa minister ne say baako sa 10,000 na every day bia charge DSTV no say sika san and aba aban futu nim magana fontie because one of the betu dwa mienu second question is say minister dede bebrebe a wa yes 30% chese and 30% chese DSTV krapo ba ebe kutu pa mecho so omo de content bebrebe ka ho a kra na ye de apata me kra o se ompene china na wo de sisa ya teso 30% se ya ya teso 30% yi unji ni se Ghana for yes se o ba be pa ye cho ɔsɛ gyina TV so ka sɛ yɛn minority ɛwɔ committee no so no yɛde yɛ abɔn yɛ incompetent na sɛ oh yɛn minority ɛwɔ committee no so yɛ kyerɛw sɛ anamo a wotu no ɛmboa nti gyae sesei wo na waba back to square one yi nti sɛ wa na abɔn ɛnyɛ wo just na efutu e de ma o say jayo minister baby akọ e mboa o jayo say wa kopem oni nti no ye ka kire president Mahama say Ghana for be koso nya gidie woni mu de a sa ni minister yi de e so pe baby ma no na otena na sa ministry oni de minister no da so tena ho a mboa no.
Openye ojine mu ekasa ema Abuso Kind Spare Parts Dealers Association eye ora kwadwo tachi ado wode atodwa say oman Ghana baby ayedu na wo se eto abayi mampanyi a owosue hunu onimde efa nnwuma ho wo se wo hwe eye empanyufo maba bedi oman ne so akoni omo mote so na haso mo background ne profession ko asese die wo se ne adru no wo se ye pe obi a wo no ankase wonimde ne sue hunu efa business ho na wo no ankase mo so business no wo ye bia ekoyie se de be ya ebetimi aboama yesikasem ne nnwuma egina
from Kwame Nkrumah era bedu ora mama so nyina no won se wante say businessman as a trade bia be president da ntino it's about time ye ma obi a waton ade da bodwo adwuma no waton before what yase wo hwe Ghana ha si ya 90% dwumade edi nyina no ye bodwo adwuma kwa be bia ye bodwo adwuma few hours na e business ono kwa no bodwo adwuma no na ma no be ye body obe successful businessman it is a unyo obi a waton bodwo before no also wa be president I think say only the best way Ghana for now resetting agenda no e koso no wo hwe run say by no Kwame Nkrumah say era say no say 7 years development plan wo hwe run say no say vision 2020 owura kofo buy no so no so dey need the buy no say the golden age of business owura Mahammed say the better Ghana agenda owura kofo do say Ghana is beyond aid owura ma say no kan resetting so that say until resetting is o show slogans ni nyina na obi ade ni ho eyebone but how to what go about it implement it no and a bit ma akọ bone until see nya obi a oye trader oye science businessman a obetuma som sa resetting no na ide o man de akọ nanim na ade ba kwa mafo adwen kọ say wo hwe owura Julius Debra wato kachi before amafo benim ene me ma obi a wo say wato okachi da one ne maame wato ade okachi ana otima Margaret a best successful businessman and one politician it will not qualify wo mu say o ti bodwo adwuma na se they said the ura kwam despite moti ase no esaba business almost moti ase no etimi de minim say 2028 de ye fashion obi a why prepared why well say but so several minor obi a why bodwo before no start business ase ye for manager ni sa na me hu no
adeshima ma yenya aboafo nkratu edi kan mra sese a ya mamo akwaba afi ye to akase bono eso ena nyame adom ayade a mampanyi ama atemuafo emakomako aduonu baako ye kasei yaso e omu in anase nyamo masafre mu esai ni nyina no bebi a na omo wo no ya pagya wo mu edibiri mu edidi suoi eye atemuafo a sabre ya ye kasei ya pagya wo mu dibre ama wonom akọ wanimu inti say no womko appeals court the odikan eye Justice Justin Kofi Dogu, Justice Daniel Mensah, Justice George Bwedi, Justice Olivia Obin Owusu, Justice John Bosco Nabrese, afei Justice Jennifer Ann Meyers Ahmed, Justice Emmanuel Senyo Amedahe, Justice Kwesi Anoche Jima, Justice Dr. Richmond Osei Shre, Justice Francis Apangabunu Achiponga, Justice Ali Baba Abacha, Justice Abna Esiama Opon, Justice Mariama Sumu, Justice Mary Mami Ekue Yanzu, Afe Justice Aite Ama Tete, Justice Charity Akusia Asem, Justice Enyonam Adinyira, Justice Sheila Minta, Justice Douglas Seidu, Justice Charles J. Wilson, and at the attractor Eye Oraire Franklina Gisela Ademu. Etiaka said ye, enipa duonu baako womudi ena mede atujan.
Na abra ye mampanyi ehwe ye ma asate muafo duonu baako yi esuaye no na wode to omanim se obesre omo adase eye adwumason na sese wode ahye omonsa enti omunye adwuma ma atemu adwuma no enye kama enye fe Ghana for bebre na eno munyi didie wo Ghana atemu adwumanim to so obesre se omabei omoma omadwuma enye die ebenam so a ebema Ghana for bebre na omugidie na omahwe wa atemu afo mu no ebesan abebi.
Business model exists and they can use it to make a lot of money in dollars if they can complete it.
Permit me, Your Excellency, now introduce them to you. First on the list is
it is a renewal of the covenant between us and the Ghanaian people in whom the sovereign power lies. For when citizens walk into the courts of this nation, they do not simply seek judgments, they seek hope. Hope that the law will protect them, hope that their rights will be respected, and hope that their voices will be heard. And today, as we swear you in, we're renewing that hope in our people. The Court of Appeal is the People's Court of Renewal. It is here that errors are corrected, injustices are reversed, and the principles reaffirmed that no wrong is beyond remedy. For many Ghanaians, the Court of Appeal is often the last hope for justice when all other avenues have been exhausted. And that is why the authority we assume today is not only legal, but profoundly moral. You hold in your hands the power to heal wounds, to restore confidence, and to guide our nation towards fairness. In recent times, our courts have not escaped criticism. Citizens have openly and sometimes harshly questioned judicial decisions. But I want to say clearly, criticisms of judgments is not the end of hope. It is the evidence of hope. It shows that Ghanaians still believe in the courts, that justice still matters,
and that verdicts have meaning in their lives. What we must guard against is cynicism, the corrosive belief that the courts no longer serve the people, but only the powerful in society. To rebuild trust, our courts must demonstrate in word and deed that justice is not compromised by status, wealth, or political convenience. So to you, our new justices, I say, let your judgments not silence criticism, but inspire confidence in our people. Let your judgments reassure Ghanaians that while we may debate outcomes, we can never doubt your integrity, your impartiality, and your fidelity to the national constitution. Our reset agenda is not only about rebuilding infrastructure or expanding the economy, it's also about fostering a more inclusive society. It is also about renewing our institutions, restoring the faith of our people in the pillars of our democracy. A judiciary that delivers swift, fair, and transparent justice is a cornerstone of this reset that we talk about. And that is why the NDC 2024 manifesto commits us to reforms that will make justice more efficient and accessible to our people. The first is digitizing the courts so that adjournments and delays no longer frustrate ordinary citizens. The second is creating specialized divisions at the High Court and Court of Appeal to handle land disputes, commercial cases, and labor matters which too often drag on for many years. Introducing time-bound case management systems to ensure that justice delayed is no longer justice denied. Expanding legal and aid services to ensure that justice is not for the privileged or the wealthy, but the right of every Ghanaian. Strengthening judicial ethics and accountability so that misconduct and corruption find no place within our courts. These are not abstract promises, they are concrete steps that will make justice not only more credible, but also more hopeful. Let us remember that justice is not separate from development. Justice is the invisible infrastructure on which every economy, every community, and every democracy rests. Investors will not risk their capital where contracts can be overturned by bias and prejudice. Entrepreneurs will not thrive where land disputes trap them in endless litigation. Communities cannot live in peace where verdicts are held in doubt. And that is why the renewal of our courts is at the heart of our economic transformation. Our 24-hour economy, our Big Push infrastructure program, and our broader vision of shared prosperity. Justice is not a luxury, it is a foundation for all these. My lords and lady justices, as you assume your new roles, I ask you to carry these three virtues. The first is courage, the second is integrity, and the third is humility. Courage to resist pressure, whether political or financial. Let me go over that. Courage to resist.
Yɛto akase bono so na yɛkɔ amangodo so te sɛ Netherlands. Na yɛnsa ntwerɛfo akopie mu wɔ hɔ ama wɔn ne adehye a wɔn mo ɛwɔ The Hague adi nkɔmɔ. Wɔn yɛ Ghana adehye na wɔn se enche bia sesei bosomi a yɛwura mu fufure ɛyɛ hinimi bosomi no enche bia ne ekodi bronya. Eduro bre se yɛ nkrɔfo kra ne ɔma fira monone ɛde ba. Ɛna amononefo nankasa wɔn hɔ no so de enuoma ɛba. So wɔn de ba saa wɔn bɔ Ghana fo kokɔ. Ebi wɔ hɔ a na ɛyɛ nneɛma a ɛsɛe ɛna wɔn de ɛba abɛgye sika twitwiridie ɛno nti wɔn bɔ Ghana fo kɔkɔ sɛ wɔn ɛma wani ɛna hɔ.
The Hague Den Haag a ɛwɔ Holland ɔhema kuro ahanso na ɛyɛ administrative headquarters yɛ dwuma a yɛyɛ wɔ ha yɛ door to door na kamɛ sɛ every now week biara yɛtumi de 40 footer ɛkɔ Ghana na ɛbɛduru Christmas deɛ ɛyɛ bebree yɛwɔ cars, trucks are covered near mano. Eba, offer on phone and now send it online near your booking amount. You be found near mana. The idea identify near money a code. Your mount throw din and more box no home. Your mount for telephone number and funk box no home. Your code contain a beer code. Container the code no and yet sounding my individual. You have two types. You have door to door and you walk while Baba pick up from our warehouse. Accra so Kumasi nso yɛ warehouse hɔ Accra so nti yɛmfa obiara nneɛma nkɔ however wotua sɛ yɛmfa mmerɛ wo dɔ a yɛde bɛbrɛ wo dɔ Kumasi nso so wotua sɛ yɛmfa mmerɛ wo dɔ a yɛde bɛba nti sɛ duru tɛm a ne asɛnde wo sɛ yɛbɛyi yɛyi nso a ne asɛnde wo information sɛ yɛtumi ayi nneɛma no yɛma obi ntua sika wɔ Ghana wobɛtua no wɔ ha yɛmpɛ sɛ obi bɛka sɛ fa sika bra na sometime obi wɔ ha no ɔnim mmorɔfo no bi ɔde box ɔkɔ a ɔtwerɛ nipa no ne din ne telephone number agu box no ho ɛduru yɛ ha a yɛpepa no why because yɛmpɛ sɛ obi de ne telephone number bɛgu box no ho box bi wɔ hɔ a bɔn sɛ na ɔma twerɛtwerɛ telephone numbers Ghana deɛ yɛtwam ne yɛde code nko abɔ ho yɛmpɛ sɛ obi bɛtɛmpa ana obi wɔ Ghana no afrɛ wo sɛ wɔn nneɛma aba fa sika bra first paa no na yɛ mankɔfoɔ yɛ na akyire hu sɛ obi wɔ hɔ no atwerɛ sɛ yɛ so me nneɛma aba mmɛtua sika since about 9 years ni yɛnyɛ bi da deɛ yɛ na yɛde advice yɛde ma yɛ client paa especially fosters no deɛ obi a de nneɛma bɛma yɛ biara no yɛwɔ nneɛma bi a no ka sɛ apart from telephone number way obi frɛ concerning nneɛma a ɛmfa ma ɛne ne nkasa mmom yɛmfa nneɛma mfiri Ghana ma na mmom Ghanafoɔ no kɔ Ghana wɔn tumi frɛ hɔ obi wɔ Ghana na sɛ ɔpɛ sɛ watɔ adeɛ na ɔpɛ sɛ yɛde brɛ na ɛnto sɛ yɛne nkɔfoɔ yɛ nti sɛ obi firi Ghana na sɛ wode ɔma ne yɛn sɛ yɛnkɔfa nneɛma a obi busa sɛ yɛ company wei deɛ menim wɔn a wɔarengi yɛn na find it out ansa na woni nipa na ayɛ saa business no nti mekyia Ghanafoɔ nyinaa
anɛsefoɔ dodoɔ ɔmo wɔ yɛma yi mu na ɔmo yɛ wɔ yɛkyerɛ dendenden de tia aban no sɛ ɔmo aketua ɛmaa yɛ bi mu kyerɛ agye sɛ de aka mu no ɛdɔɔso paa bɛɛ abosomi bebree ne yɛ ntua ɔmo ka enti ɔmo ani abrɛ ɔmo yɛ wɔ yɛkyerɛ paa ne no ɛna amasoafoɔ hwɛ apɔmuden nsɛm so onimunyafoɔ kwabena kandɔ de abɛto dwa sɛ no korɔ ɔmo mmoa koraa na ne nyinaa ɛne sɛ ɔmo aban foforɔ yi baeɛ no ɔmo bɛhu sɛ aban dada no ɛfa nɛɛsefoɔ bɛɛ 13,500 a wanyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ bi anaasɛ wampɛ sika bi antoɔ sɛ nɛɛsefoɔ yi a mafa wɔ mu sika sei ɛne yɛde bɛtua ɔmo ka bosome wɔ sɛ ɛno nti na ama wɔ nyinaa no aba ne saa na ɔno koraa mpo ɔwɔ adehye ɔmo wɔ ne mpɛ so aso ne n'abusua ɔmo yɛ nɛɛsefoɔ ɔmo koraa ɛfa saa ahohiahia yi mu.
We are hungry. We are hungry. No promises.
Order. I have been a member of parliament and I'm still a member of parliament from a rural constituency. So I have constituents who are going through the same ordeal. I have family members who are going through the same ordeal. But not yourself. The truth of the matter is that we inherited 13,500 of you being recruited without any financial provision. Now, as I speak to you now, we have collaborated with the Ministry of Finance. When it comes to issues of salary, the Ministry of Health then collaborate with the Ministry of Finance. Now, out of the 13,500 people, more than 7,000 to 8,000 of them have been processed and they are receiving salaries. Now, we have about 6,500 of you whose documentations are still being processed. What I can tell you on authority is that we appreciate the challenges you are going through,
But we, as a Ministry of Health, will continue to work closely with the Ministry of Finance until all of you are paid. And so I have heard a lot of you screaming, when. With the greatest of respect, allow me to get back to my colleague, the Minister for Finance. Let's put our heads together so that we can give you the final, deadline. I do not want to stand here and give you a timeline, say next week.
Adeshimama yenye aboafo nkratu etoso mienu mra. adeshima mai mamo akwaba ha se ne de kasebo no esie abusiafo Pepsodent si twetwusi anopa ne anwumre eboa opa yie ema wanum eye hwam wanum ti ose no nso enya de a ede o haw bia eba Pepsodent wo mo wo ahodo ye wo herbal ye wo chalco ena ye wo triple action ni nyina wo dwa so store no kra wo feature ho no ana ekwan na ho no kwa wo sabeka bi ubisa ya apena wo nya bi esanse baby abeko bia no onsa ebeka bi ede afri ho Pepsodent eno no ebusia matade ehye me no eye Clothing Palace for ena ya wada bia onsa no pa no me share as a turquoise green blue say blue color no kra ya na me hye da nim nenso na etija enwumre nso so eye blue papa bia no so tija o production team no makasa eye Clothing Palace womo ena womo share matade enwumre pacho so hwehwe womo a wodi wadi be kire Accra womo ene lava ene di hwe wudu lava ene mu abrosan no a ene ni di hwe ene mu no hwesoro wo se Clothing Palace wo ho manta de papa fie ene ho na number obetimi ni womo adi nkita ho no 0271998313 0271998313
Enumerate she salon ene bo meeting so edemame Sheila ewo eye wager one West Hills Mall ene di enhwe ni mo ko ho no mo a ho siesie nyina da wo de fa kodan wo mo efri uti be pem na se obema ho ayefe Mr. number no 0558611842 0558611842 enumerate akenkan for ebesom ye me abna ba yi nya no mene
akosi asapo ya mamomo ne hwa adehye